All right, welcome back to another Water Change Wednesday here on H2O Plants on YouTube, guys. What's going on? We are currently streaming on Instagram as we do on every Wednesday. We start there and then we start up on YouTube. And this thing is freaking annoying. Why can't I shut this off? There we go. Powered off. Baby monitor. Even though it's not working right now. Well, it's not set up. Well, it's set up. It's just not turned on upstairs. So, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we're live streaming on YouTube and Instagram as we typically do on a Water Change Wednesday. This is our 1 hour live stream that we typically do to answer questions, talk about updates, talk about new things. And I just realized it's 65% humidity in here because I have this thing. That's probably not a good thing. It says 30 to 50% is okay. So the humidity is a bit high because it's warming up and temperatures change and all that stuff. So yeah, things are a bit different. Let's move the chat. Let's move that over here. What's up, Magic21 Mom, Freshman Aquatics? What's going on? Welcome, welcome. So the topic of the live stream, or at least the title of it, and what I want to talk about just here in the beginning, and then we'll get into some Q&A, is some new inventory and new products are going to be coming available here in the next week or so. So I ordered a bunch of stuff. I'll actually bring it up here so I could read it off and tell you exactly what I got. But I ordered a bunch of things from 2 different distributors, and there's going to be a 3rd distributor that I'll hopefully be ordering from in the near future, which will also stock me with a bunch more items. So, what we have going on right now that I'm getting in is I'm getting some, basically some stuff that does tannins for your water. So stuff like Indian almond leaves or catappa leaves, cholla wood, guava leaves, Amarantha leaves, or Ranth leaves, Amaranth leaves, dried banana leaves, catappa leaves, catappa logs. So these are all things, catappa bark. So these are all things that I'm getting in from one supplier, as well as I'm ordering food from them to test out because they have like shrimp food and just stuff for all you shrimp keepers. So enjoy the deadly mold. Yeah, I gotta work on getting that humidity down. I'm probably gonna order a dehumidifier because let me finish this and then I'll touch back on the humidity issue. So this supplier has a bunch of shrimp food and stuff that I ordered to test out. Once I test it out and I like it, I'm gonna also order more. So those are all the items that I'm getting from them. So soon you'll be able to get all those catappa leaves and whatnot. And they're the good stuff too. They're the almond leaves. Well, is catappa leaves and almond leaves the same thing? I feel like they're probably the same thing. I don't know. Yeah, so those will be on the website when I get them. They're good for shrimp tanks. They're good for beta tanks because they release tannins in the water, and tannins are beneficial to fish as well as shrimp. So. Yeah, and then as far as the other thing that I ordered Repashy food. So I've been, I broke my keyboard. Really? I just dropped my light on the key and it broke the keyboard. This is the 2nd keyboard that I've broken. And the backspace button is all messed up. Dang it. Really right now? So I ordered some Repashy food that, because I ordered some recently to test out. I really like it. So does the fish. They seem to gobble it up as soon as I put it in there. So I ordered a couple 6-ounce containers. And we'll see if you guys like those or if you want to try them out. Those should be hopefully here by the weekend, I'm thinking. So if those are here, that'd be cool. And yeah, so we'll have Repashy food. Let's see, get into some of the questions. Oh, back on the humidity. I'm actually, last March when we moved in, none of the tanks were really set up. I had like 4 of the tanks. So going through the spring and the temperature changes, this is all new with all these existing tanks. So I wanted to see how it was. That's why I got this humidifier or humidity detector and temperature detector. It actually tells you too, which is really cool. It tells you within the last 24 hours the high and the low, the humidity, and same thing with the temperature, so you can accurately gauge like what's going on. And this thing was only $10, so really, really nice little thing. So I keep it here so I can check. So 66% humidity, obviously not good. I'll probably order a dehumidifier here in this week. So let's see. Ted has a question. Says, how do I get my narrow leaf Ludwigia more red? I'm using Excel, good substance highlight, or good substrate highlight and ferts. It all has to do with your lighting. If your light isn't powerful enough, then that's not going to work. Sean says, hey, I ordered some plants on the 12th, wondering if you got them out yet. I don't know. I can look and see. What's up, Shireen? Good morning. I hope all the plants are doing well. They are. What's up, Heather? Yes, finally I'm early. Welcome, Kat. What's up, Loops? Dylan says pods. You want some Tide Pods? What about oak leaves? No oak leaves, but I mean, I think they're all pretty much, like, they all do the same thing pretty much. What's up, Patricia? Yo, my order better be on point, or I'm telling Jake. Well, if it's not on point, it's definitely Jake's fault. 100% blame Jake. Now, let's see. Sean, did we get out your order? You should have got an email, Sean, if it did go out. So if you didn't, then either you're not getting the notifications or it just didn't go out. So let's see. How are the shell dwellers? They're doing well, actually. Sean, your order looks like it was fulfilled. Let's see, when was it fulfilled? It was fulfilled yesterday, went out today. So, yeah, it should be in the mail. Let's see. Yeah, so the shell dwellers, I think, are doing much better. More of them are out, although I've only seen, like, a couple of them at a time, so I don't know if it's the same ones or if there's a couple different ones. I'm not sure. What is your opinion on the nicer LED? I haven't tried it yet, so I don't have an opinion. I think that it is great that you are getting Jake and Amanda more visible on Instagram. Well, I think that they, you know, Amanda has a lot of reptiles, a lot of plants. I think that's good to show, because, I mean, I can only show you guys my tanks so many times. Like, I don't have a whole lot of display tanks other than, you know, the 55, the goldfish tank, and really the shell dweller tank, and then the other tank over here. So, I mean, it's good, you know, to get them some exposure and also to, you know, show what else is out there. And Jake has, you know, a couple other tanks too, and he's got a couple cool setups going, so I like letting them take over and do some things. You know, I pretty much make all the posts on the regular, like on the story page, but they, or on the Instagram page itself, but they do some stories as well. So, yeah. You're welcome, Sean. Hey, just got some Java moss from a local store. They were in a plastic container with only a little bit of water. It's rather brown. Is there any way to combat that? No, just put it in your tank. It should be alright. It's just going to take a couple weeks to color up. Any ideas for a plant to fill in the size of a 20 long eco-complete sand substrate and fitting stingray? To fill in the sides. Well, we have Cryptolutions, which is like a clump of crypts, which I really like for mid-ground plants. So if you're trying to like fill in the sides of a tank, that would probably be good for it. I need a Denarel contact bad. Mine need flamingo crypts. I know, mine just listen, they're taking forever. They're growing, but they haven't sent off any pups yet. It may be a couple years before they do so. So unfortunately, I'm sitting here waiting. Although we do have an update that's going in. I'm getting a bigger tank here for one of the tanks that we currently have. It's getting upgraded, so. Oh damn, yawning already. Today was a very busy day. Woke up early, and because it was 75, 80 degrees out this afternoon and this morning, I went outside. I cleaned out our shed. which things just got piled in from the fall, pretty much. Like, things just got thrown in there. You literally couldn't only open the doors and you couldn't walk in. Like, that's how much clutter there was. So I went through it, and I cleaned up all of it. I organized a bunch of stuff. There's still a little bit more that I have to do, but I'm going to wait until I get shelving. I'm going to get shelving for there, hopefully, in the next couple weeks, so I can, like, organize stuff a bit better. Because what I want to do is I want to actually make a workshop out there that I can do things, you know, out in the shed with, you know, the saw that I have out there and all that. But that was a pain. And then I started doing yard work, and I only got done with half of the backyard, with kind of raking up all the leaves that, you know, were left over, and also it's called dethatching a lawn. What it is, it rips up all the dead grass that you know, all the dead grass leaves that were there, and kind of makes it better for new growth of grass to pop in. Also, it makes it better for weeds to fall in, so I have to get on top of it with herbicides and whatnot to get rid of those. Yeah, there's a water bug, or not a water bug, but one of those weird bugs. Ew. Get out of here. What are those, silverfish, I think they're called? Nasty. Okay, anyway, it's a base weight. What do you expect? So yeah, so I'm exhausted. That's why I'm already yawning like 10 minutes into this. I'm sorry. Is there an Anubis that stays low and grows in a rosette form? None that grows in a rosette form, but that stays low. You would want like Nana Petite, Subnana, Ephezelli. Those are all ones that stay kind of low. For something like the Crypts, what is the difference between sold in pots versus one-rooted plants? So on our website, I can't speak for everybody else, but usually, and it's not for every plant, but the majority of them, the pots will contain like 3 or 4 plants. So that's why it's typically a bit more expensive. Like, you know, a single plant may be like $5 or $6, where a pot is anywhere between 8 and 12, because you're really getting like extra plants. And typically we make it so, like, if it's $12, we try and make sure it has at least 3 plants in there, so that way you're getting like 1 free plant essentially. Because, you know, if you were to buy 2 separately, that's what you get. And usually the ones in the potted are a bit more established, like they have a better root system going on. So you're paying a bit more, but you're getting better, like a better plant usually, than like the single ones. Not to say the singles are any, you know, like terrible, but the potted are usually better, like just better overall. So that's why they're priced a bit more. But, you know, you might not necessarily want 3 of one plant, so you buy the single plant instead. So that ain't no bug, that's fish food. It's funny you say that. I have this little thing that catches all the mosquitoes, like, because, you know, when we get plants in, they come from Florida and all these other places, and there's typically mosquito larvae on them. So the mosquito larvae will hatch or whatnot. And so I have this, like, little thing that sucks up all the bugs. And then I've been debating on if I should feed it to the fish. I feel like I should, because it has no chemicals. I'm worried, like, what if it, you know, I don't know. What if something goes wrong? How's yo baby? Mass Aquariums is in the house. What's up, Mass? Baby's good. She actually was awake very long today, and then slept incredibly long. We also went to the park, so on top of doing the shed, doing the yard work, we also went to the park, let the doggies run around, and let Hector ride a scooter around. So all that, which actually, if you don't follow Instagram, I bought a new truck, because we had a Toyota RAV4, and the RAV4 was just really too small. Once Hector's birthday was Sunday, and we went out for Hector's birthday, and it was me, the baby, Margaret, and Hector, and there was like no room in the car already with just the 4 of us, and like nothing else was in there. So I'm like, this is not gonna work. I could already see it being a problem. Like, I already knew that that it was gonna be a problem, but I wanted to wait on it, and I was just like, nope, gotta get a bigger truck. So I went out and upgraded to a 4Runner, which is you know, like the one under the biggest SUV that you can get, and that's for both Holland babies and Holland plants. So, yeah, needed to do it though. Yard work. It's February. Yeah, well, you know, the thing is, here's the thing. The yard's big that we have, so it's going to take me probably two weekends to get done. But also, when you have such warm weather, the ground starts to heat up and weeds start to form. So, because it's planning on raining for the next 3 days, I can't spray down my herbicide to kill the weeds or put down any pre-emergence that will take care of the weeds before they pop up. So I wanted to get everything cleared out, so the moment that there's a clear streak where there's no rain, I could spray and put down everything that I need to put down, and fertilizer also. So, you know, if you're into lawn care, if anybody out there's into lawn care, what you have to do is you have to rake up all the old grass, all the dying, like dead grass leaves that are left over from the winter, and you rake all those up, and it reveals the soil. And then you could lay down your fertilizer, you could lay down your herbicides and your pre-emergence. That way it keeps all the weeds down. The fertilizer will help the grass start growing like right out the get-go. And it'll help it green up like a lot. And it also makes it grow a ton. Like I was mowing my grass every week last spring when I laid down fertilizer. So it definitely like speeds up the growth process. But it makes for a really good lawn. My lawn isn't at that level yet. I still have... probably another like 2 years before it's where I want it to be, just because I still need to install an irrigation system and stuff like that. But lawn care, it's plant care essentially. Let's see, when you float immersed water wisteria, how long before it transitions into submerged? It could take a while. It could take a very long time. You just gotta give it some weeks. Charlie Cooper says, hey, I hope you're having a good day. Are you going to get S-Repens back in stock soon? Can you get S-Repens in pots? Can you also get some dwarf sedge pots? So dwarf sedge pots, yes, I can get, but I probably won't have for another couple weeks. S-Repen pots I have coming. At least I ordered them. I don't know if they're going to be here. Well, I don't know if they're coming in the shipment. I ordered them. If they may be on back order, whatever the case is. But I did get like 80 stems of S-Repens in today from actually a local hobbyist. So those will be up on the website later today. I just have to bring them down, put them in the tank, and yeah, so those will be there. So if you're looking for S-Repens, definitely check out the website. They'll be on there shortly. What's up, Kevin? Oh, skipped a couple things. Sounds like a very busy day. It was. Definitely was. I'm like, I was already exhausted. I did half of the half of the yard, and I'm already like, no, what am I doing? The thing is, they have a machine at Home Depot that you can rent, right, to do what I was doing. The thing that rips up all the dead grass. It's like, I don't know, like probably like $60 for the day. The problem is you either need a trailer or you need to rent a pickup truck to haul it from Home Depot, bring it to your house, do what you gotta do, and bring it back. And you also need people that are strong enough to lift it. I'm not one of those people. So, what would have taken me maybe 2 hours with the machine to do took me like 5 hours today by hand to only do, you know, half the yard. If I had the machine, it would have taken me 2 hours to do everything. But, yeah. So, I'm deciding between a 20-gallon, 10-gallon, or a 5-gallon, or a... Oh, no, wait, hold on. A 20-gallon, 10-gallon, and a 5-gallon, or a 40 breeder for my room. It's the only place I could keep fish. There has to be a Dalmatian Molly, Fire Gourami, and a Blue Ram. I also want mosaic guppies. I mean, honestly, I'd probably do the 3 tanks, so that way you could, like, do different things, unless you just want one big tank. Full of questions tonight. I have a red flame sword that is continuously growing new leaves, but it isn't growing tall at all. Is there a way I can make it grow vertical? No. What sounds to me like you have a really high light, or at least an intense light for that plant. And see, when plants have enough light, their leaves lay flat. They don't lay up, or they don't grow up. The thing is when you have enough when you have enough light, the plants don't need to send their leaves up. They can fold them over and grow flat or you know, more vertical because they have more light available to them at the base versus having their leaves straight up in the air. So if you want your swords to grow taller, what you would have to do is raise your light up or dim it, and those would probably help you out there. Mass says, I hear that, just bought a new Suburban. Yeah, see, I was thinking about going to, like, I'm a Toyota fanboy, so ever since the RAV4, I really like that truck, and I just like you know, like they're just really good cars in general. So I was thinking about doing a Sequoia, but I really like the new 4Runner, and it was between that and the Highlander because I didn't want to get I was thinking about the Sequoia. I was actually gonna get the Sienna, which is the minivan, and then I was like, well, I'm not gonna drive around a minivan. Yeah, so Thatch, yes. So yeah, the 4Runner I got, and I didn't realize there's this whole underground culture of 4Runners that are all souped up, and it like makes me look at it. I'm like, ooh, I wanna black out the taillights and put a ladder and put a pop-up tent for no reason on the top and have like this ultimate off-road machine that I'll never take anywhere, just so it looks good. My lawn is pristine, dude. Yeah, irrigation is key. Unfortunately, I don't have an irrigation system yet. My new house has irrigation, and I fertilize, aerate, and overseed that shit out of it. Yep, that's what you gotta do. That's how you get it going. You know, we just moved in last year, and you know, the lawn was very lackluster. Like, I found brake pads in the lawn. I guess a mechanic used to own the house. So I found brake pads, I found like spark plugs and all this stuff in the dirt as I was thatching the lawn. You know, because the thatcher goes like deep into, not so deep, but it gets into the soil bit. So I was able to rake up a bunch of this garbage, and it was really like not kept well. What I want to focus on this year, I'm gonna try and seed a little bit of the backyard. The problem is, like, I have to run sprinklers to, you know, keep it wet. Because you have to, whenever you lay down new grass seed, you have to keep it wet like twice a day. You have to water it, or 3 times a day. So I have like this timer that turns it on, but it doesn't work sometimes. So my focus this year is to do the front yard, because the front yard is like, at least that's like the thing that people walk by and see. I'm not so much worried about the backyard. While like you can see down my driveway, I much rather my front yard look nicer. So I'm going to be trying to really do the front yard and making that like top notch this year. I'm going to like water it every day and like run my sprinkler out there, and just hopefully that I could get grass to grow a bit better than what it is, because it's like there's a tiny bit of grass. It's very thin. It looks like a receding hairline basically on the front yard. So 4 dogs, no pretty lawn. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's the problem, too. With the dogs, they pee on the lawn and makes yellow spots. So, what I'm trying to do, I don't know if it's going to be done this year, but I want to put in a brand new fence in the back. Like, I want to rip down our old fence because it's falling over anyway. Put in a new fence. But, on the side of our house, there's like this little strip that like you really can't do anything there because it's completely shaded by the tree that's in my neighbor's yard. So I can't grow grass there. I can't grow really any plants there. It's where I put the condenser units for my HVAC systems. It's probably like 25-30 feet long by like 6 or 8 feet wide. It would be perfect for the dogs. So what I want to do is, when we put in the new fence, I'm going to fence that area in as well, and let that be like a little run area for them to, like, I could let them loose, they do their business there. I'm going to put down like pea gravel and maybe some bluestone or slate, something that's smooth like a walkway, but also like pea gravel around it, so that way when they pee, it'll just, you know, drain down into the dirt below. It'll also prevent weeds from popping up, because there's like an ivy problem over there. Not poison ivy, but just like a regular like ivy type plant. So I can lay that down. That'll hopefully stop that. And also stop any sort of mud, because it's like I said, there's no grass growing there. It's all mud, and it's a big problem. So, yeah. In Iowa, our yards get infested with clovers no matter what we mow in the spring and summer. Well, you gotta do some herbicides. Some really good ones that I use. Well, one is Crossbow. I remember that one. That one's really good. And then there's this other one that I found on I don't even know. I think it was Do My Own Care something. Do My Own Pest Control. If you look it up, there's these herbicides that work really good. Like they're industrial strength, so you got to really use them in moderation, and really read the directions thoroughly. But when you like I killed all the clover that we had back there, and it's the purple clover that has the purple flowers that's nearly impossible to get rid of, and it killed it. So it's just because the lawn wasn't like this house was vacant. I think for 6 years they said. So there was nobody doing lawn care for 6 years, much less the years before that. Who knows what was happening? So the lawn was seriously neglected. So there's going to be years of new weed seeds popping up. So, you know, like dandelions and crabgrass and all these things popping up for years. There's just no way to prevent that. It's just going to go over it. So the more that I could kill them and prevent them from reseeding, the better. Oh, I have the wrench. Watch out. The wrench. What are we talking about here? Oh, the wrench. Oh, okay. Now I get it. Busting out the guitar for a while. Let's play some GD. One fish, two fish. I don't know what that is. Oh, yeah, hostas can grow in the shade. That is correct. We actually have a ton of them that pop up. Last year they popped up. So what I'm thinking about is taking them and transplanting them to that area. So my goal is to do it with the pea gravel and then also do planter boxes around the edge of the fence, or like around the inside of the fence, and plant like hostas or some easy plants there that will just grow and make it look nice back there. So just Facebook message you my secret lawn care weapon. What is this? Let's see. Wait, you couldn't share with people? If it's dirty photos of you, I don't want to see the mess. At least not on live stream. Let's see. What is this? Oh, yeah. Huh. Damn. Now, Mass has got a lawn. That is a nice lawn there, buddy. I'm jealous of that lawn. Damn. It's a big-ass house, too, you got there. Holy crap. I didn't realize your garage was that big. It's nice, though. I like your lawn. What's going on, Lisa? Am I sick? I've been... So I got sick the day before we went in the hospital for Nova being born. It's like a weird throat thing. Not like strep throat and not like the flu or anything like that. It's just weird. Like my throat dries up a bit. Lots of, you know, runny nose, coughing a little bit. And that's been about it. But it's been 2 weeks now. It hasn't gone away. Look at Cyclone Rake. It sucks seeds and clippings if you use a riding mower. Yeah, I don't use a riding mower, unfortunately. Our lawn isn't that big. Like, I say that I was out there all day doing this. My lawn's not that big. Like, Mass has a way bigger lawn than I do. My lawn... So my property is 150 by 50. And my lawn is probably about 70, nah, it's probably about 60 by 50, but then there's a little shed in there that's a 12 by 12. So it's not a huge lawn, and then the front yard is very small, so. Margaret and the baby are doing good. Oh, Grateful Dead, my brother. Oh, can't be that young. Now, I know who the Grateful Dead is. I know GD can mean anything. I thought you were talking about aquarium-related stuff. The Shelleys are good. Now you have the key to to a great lawn, aerate, overseed, and my secret weapon, and now only you know. until I turn into one of those grass YouTubers and start doing lawn care videos. Were you able to get some blue bolts? Not yet. I've been looking for it. What's the difference between Rotella, SP Bonsai, and Macondra? So far, people are telling me Bonsai is a mutation, is smaller, more compact. So Rotella Bonsai and Rotella Macondra are two completely different plants. If you're talking about the red Macondra, the leaves are, they look like a spade almost, like you know, like the playing card's a spade. That's what the Rotella Macondra looks like. In their immersed form, they look very, the Rotella Macondra really looks like the Rotella SP Bonsai, but it's not. SP Bonsai, at least for me, is very short and compact, and the leaves are very, very tiny. They almost look like a fingernail. So, what type of plant pack is coming out next? It's going to be another mixed box. This one, though, there's going to be some bucephalandrite in there, assuming that it looks okay. So I'm getting them in this week, so I'll know for sure. You know, I always, you know, like to have them ahead of time so that way I can be like, okay, these actually will work, because there's been some questionable ones that I had to think fast on. So, but yeah, and the plant pack this for March is actually going out a month early, or a week early. So it's going out not this Sunday, but the following Sunday coming up. So it'll go out March 5th. Actually, it'll ship on, because March 10th through the 17th, or through the 19th, Jake isn't here, and Jake not being here it will really hinder our like output for that week. Because like he picks all the plants. Jake does a lot over here. He like picks everything while I do like computer work. And now he's even doing some of the computer work. So he's like, he's taking over a little bit and doing like what I normally do. And Amanda helps out picking stuff too. I don't know if she knows where everything is just yet, but so like Jake not being here and having the plant pack plus normal orders is just gonna be a nightmare. So we're gonna do the plant pack a week early. That way it gets it done, out. Plus, Margaret's not really able to help us that much because of the baby, and also, you know, she's still healing. So, yeah. So, that's going out a week early. So make sure you're signed up by the 1st, because it's going out the 5th. Are you selling the aquascaping tools you showed us the other day? Yeah, they're actually on the website. So, thing to note, that that unboxing that was uploaded on Tuesday, which, by the way, I'm going to be uploading unboxings now on Tuesday. At least as many as I have. If for whatever reason we don't have an unboxing to upload, I'm not going to upload one. But I have 2 saved, and then we have an order coming in this week, so that'll be 3. So pretty much we're backlogged on them, which is good, so I could give you a video every week on those. But the aquascaping tools are on the website, as well as the Anubis Nano mats, which are really cool, which we still have some left. So also overseed with a slice seeder. I haven't used one of those. I aerate and then I seed. Madfish Steven knows. Great, key to great lawn: dethatch, aeration, and overseed. Yep. Although I'm debating on if I should seed now or wait till fall to seed, because I have to lay down weed killer, and the weed killer will prevent the new grass seed from popping up. So. Yeah, I need to dethatch. God knows how long this long has gone. The lawn has gone. Yeah, it's a pain. Can we have a tank tour? Unfortunately, the live stream is like sitting on my like webcam, I can't really take it around the fish room. But I did a fish room tour not too long ago on the YouTube channel. You could go back there. It was like 3 weeks ago, maybe, or 4 weeks ago, something like that, on a Sunday. So you could check that out. Switching to 20 tall. I'm guessing switching from a 20 tall to a 20 long. Seems like the stingray is too much for the 20 tall because the sword is growing more horizontal. Any advice for lights? Any advice in general switching from tall to long? Well, long is going to be way better because it's just a better tank. Like the tall, like I despise tall tanks. So like the 20 tall, the 29 tall, the 40 talls, anything tall is just, I don't like it. I don't like the 55 because it's tall. I feel like the 55, I know why they make the 55 because it's like the perfect dimensions for somebody living in an apartment to have an aquarium, and like that's the biggest that they'll probably be able to get because it's like, oh, you know, it's only what is it, 12 inches off the wall or whatever it is, or 14, and you know, it fits nicely. It doesn't stick out like a sore thumb, but like it's a horrible tank. But I know that they sell it because obviously, you know, people with small space, that works for them. They might not necessarily be able to have a 75 gallon or a 90 gallon or something like that. But yeah, so if the lights are putting off too much light, I mean, if you already have the light, I would just raise it. Get risers. You could find risers. Just type in your light fixture and type in risers, and typically somebody 3D prints them, or you'll find a DIY method to them, and that would solve that, because you could raise your light up from, you know, wherever it is to much higher on the tank. I'm gonna get advice switching from a tall to a long. No, I mean, you're gonna probably trim more often because your plants are gonna reach the surface of the water much quicker. So maybe go with slightly smaller or slightly slower growing plants. You could say I have a green thumb. You could say I have a green thumb too. Unfortunately, the yard's just not cooperating with me. H2O Plants is an amazing company in terms of customer care, plants, etc. But I was wondering, as a business owner, what are your thoughts on other companies? Well, I mean, I welcome competition. I think competition is good for business. I think some people are very ballsy, though, I know a lot of people that since I started selling plants, since a lot of other people started selling plants, more and more people have been trying to sell plants or whatever the case is. And they ask me for advice, and I give them advice, you know, and I tell them, you know, start small, don't go all in. You're not going to make, you know, $1 million selling aquarium plants. It's just not going to happen, or aquarium goods. The only way you're going to sell the only way you're going to make $1 million selling aquarium plants is if you know, are extremely successful in some manner, and, you know, you're just really good at social media and stuff like that. But it's probably not going to happen for a while. But, like, you know, in terms of all these other people that are popping up, start small. Grow your business organically. Let it all come to you. I've seen people quit their day job to sell plants full time, and they're not selling anywhere. Like we have typically anywhere between 60 and 110 orders a week. So, you know, there's a lot. That's almost 10 orders a day that we get, which, you know, I'm extremely grateful for. But it's taken 17 or 18 months, whatever we've been doing this for, to get to that point. You know, and a lot of people, they quit their day job. They think they're going to do this full time. They invest a little bit of money. They are like, okay, let's do it. But it's not going to happen. It just doesn't happen overnight. And not to mention, like, we've been doing this 17 months. I haven't paid myself anything. So, you know, I hired two employees, and that's where the money goes, you know. So, as far as competition, you know, other companies, and, you know, I welcome it. I just, you know, established companies, that's one thing, you know. They've already been here. They've been doing it longer than I have. That's fine. I think there's enough. I think the hobby's growing the hobby's growing rapidly, so there's enough customers for everybody. The 55 is hard to escape. Too narrow front to back. Would rather have a 40 breeder. Yeah, 40 breeder is a much better tank. I actually do like the scape that I have on the 55, but when we get a bigger tank for it, it's going to look so much better in like a 75, because it's going to allow so much more carpeting space. You alright, Walter? You okay? Sell me some Xmas Moss. I have some. Should be on the website. What's up, Shrimp Life? Slow game. I'm the day job guy. Yeah, Daniel, you quit your day job, bro. I don't know why you quit your day job. Oh, damn, Mass with the $50 super chat. Well, thank you, Mass. Appreciate it. Have some takeout on me. I actually just had Chinese yesterday. It was pretty good. So, I appreciate that. Thank you. For all those that don't know, though, me and Mass Aquariums, well, me, Mass Aquariums, Greg Jones, we have like this whole thing going on between My Aquarium Box and our company, where if you subscribe to their My Aquarium Box, which is kind of similar to the Plant Pack, it's a monthly subscription box if you're not familiar with it, where you get like monthly dry goods. So like I've seen a lot of like Purigen and fish foods and just cool sample stuff. In their boxes now, they have a planted box that you get like aquascaping stuff in, and you there's coupon codes in there for us, so you'll get free plants with your orders from us if you go subscribe to their box. Also, if you are getting orders from us, you'll see a pamphlet from them. I'm gonna hide the code because it's exclusive to us. But you get $5 off the box. So if you want to try out their boxes, use the coupon code that's in the orders. Every order gets one of these. So use that and try out the box. I mean, for $25, I think you're getting way more than $25 worth of stuff. So it's a good deal. How is the Echinodoros 2009 sword doing? It's actually doing quite well, although so it changed colors. It's not green anymore. It's red, which is very strange. As far as I know, it's supposed to be green, like stay green, but it's red. It's turning red. It's got like a red hue, so it's strange. $50 gets you a lot of tacos. That it does. I haven't had tacos in a while, like at least good tacos. I have to. The problem is where we go get tacos from, Margaret likes to drink, and since she was pregnant for the last 9 months, she couldn't drink. And now that she's breastfeeding and you know, formula, we're doing both. She can't drink either, so she's kind of stuck. God, my throat. I need more water. I gotta text the wifey. Anita says, big kiss to your new baby. Thank you. Question, would you please make a brown dumb shirt? I'd wear it. I actually gotta get to that. I don't know if you saw in my Shell Dweller video, I had my Got Plant shirt on. I gotta revisit that. Maybe, because I have the next 4 days before I go back to work. Maybe I'll work on that Saturday and get some new t-shirt designs going. Pump and dump. Yeah. What's a flamingo? Real flamingos? No, it's a crypt, Loops. It's a pink crypt. One of the best looking cryptocorns you could get. What's your favorite Anubis? I'm looking for a large type, and I'm not sure which one to go with. So I really like. So as far as large ones, Barterai is a really good one. I really like the golden coin that we get in, which we have more coming in this week. So if we're out, we should have more in. But the golden coin is really good. I like that one. It's a version of Barterai. It's much nicer looking. You need honey and garlic. Raw garlic boosts immunity. Elderberry will also help you get over this awful cold. Yeah, I don't I don't know if it's cold. It's just like it's like a weird sore throat or something. I don't even know. And I don't have any cough drops. I'd go get water, but I don't want to leave the thing. Have you started your dream aquarium from Joey's Super Chat yet? Not yet. Because one, he only gave me half of it. So he said the deal was $1,000. He only sent me 500. So I need the other 500 to do the dream aquarium. If you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, Joey dropped a $500 Super Chat the other day, saying, "What would you do with $1,000 as far as an aquarium goes?" And so he wanted me to build this aquarium, or stock this aquarium, whatever it was. But it was the day before Noah was going to be born, and he's like, "You got a week to do it." I'm like, "Well, that's not going to really work because I'm going to be in the hospital at least the next 3 days." So, but if Joey's watching, he owes me another $500, and then I'll do it. Jack Daniels and honey too. That does work. Coffee Folia is a good one too. Daniel recommends. Alright, let's see what some people are saying here on Instagram. Can you suggest anything to help me grow a proper carpet with dwarf hairgrass? Root tubs and CO2. It just takes time. Dwarf hairgrass will grow quicker with CO2. Does Alternia rhodaki need CO2? It does not. Alternia rhodaki is one of those plants that will stay red with no CO2 in low light. So, would a 75-gallon show tank be okay for a planted tank? Yep. Matter of fact, this Friday, we're going to be putting one in. So, yeah, 75-gallon show tank. That's what I want. When will you have more tabs back in stock? Do I not have any root tabs in stock? If we don't, then I have to order some, and I wasn't aware that we were out. Everything's been so busy that I've been very neglectful on the fertilizer. Yeah, we're out. Ooh. We have 18 Thrive S2 left. Alright, I need to message my supplier. Where is he? Okay. Best plant light. Depends on the tank, really. There's no way to judge that unless I know your tank size. I like experimenting, and I grafted an Anubis and a Bucephalandra together, so now they're growing out of one stem. If I send you a DM on IG, is there a slight chance you would post it? Well, I don't post anything to the store. Like, if you're not following our page, we post 3 consecutive photos having to do with a particular tank or particular subject. So if you want to send me 3 different photos of, like, the process and stuff like that, I might post it if it's good quality. It has to be good quality. I've had people send me some stuff that's really blurry, and I can't post blurry photos. They just don't do well. So. The coffee folio I bought from you over a year ago is immersed in a Pala setup, and a Paludarium setup, and it's huge. Nice. Yeah, it looks like we are at a vital tab, so I'm just messaging a guy to get more on order. What would be your favorite tank size if money wasn't an issue? Huh. Now see, that's interesting. If money wasn't an issue, I'd probably do like a 150-gallon tank. I'd buy SB Reef lights, a couple of them, and I would do a full planted tank with, like, let's see, 150-gallon. Probably like 500 Celeste Pearl Danios in it. Maybe more. That's probably what I would do. I would do a giant nanofish tank. How long do you think are the root tabs? I need some. If I get a hold of him tonight, hopefully I get him to ship by tomorrow or Friday, and then I have him next week. So, Mass Aquarium says, "Come on, folks, share the stream and support Justin. He needs to buy diapers for the next 3 years." This is true. Although I'm debating on doing the old, well, you're going to sit in your poop until you learn how to use the toilet in like 2 months. Does that work? Has anybody ever tried that? Mass aquariums. Mass as in Massachusetts. Any fish clubs or anything around there that you know of or part of? Yeah, Mass is in Massachusetts. Hence the name. Mike from Mass. I love how he does his videos where he's got his like little beer and he's like, "This one's to you guys. Drink." Yeah. It's just all chill. You gotta do Joey's challenge. Yeah, I gotta get the other $500 first. I can't do it with only half the payment. I mean, he said 1,000. I mean, 500 only buys me one of the shrimp that I wanted to buy. Because there's these rare shrimp that are $500 each, so. Although I'd probably kill him, so. Let's not do that. So, best light for a 30-gallon tank. If you're trying to grow highlight plants and not like going low tech or anything like that, I'd probably do I'd do a Phoenix, like a Phoenix Planted Plus maybe. That would get you like medium light. If you want to go highlight, do the Fluval 2.0s. Or if you really have the money, do an SB Reef Light, but that might be too much. Just got the new Fluval 3.0. It meets the hype. See, I'm not buying into any more of the Fluval lights. While they're good, the SB Reef Lights are way better. And I'm just not going to spend my money on Fluval. They're decent light, but the SB Reef Lights get so much more power to them. So, what size tank was it supposed to be? This is for the Joey challenge. Well, he didn't say what size. I told him I would do a nano tank with really expensive shrimp. So, that was what I said to him. I'd plan a low boy or a frag tank with Dragonstone and Hill. I'm in the middle. Probably light it with a sunlight. Like, I'd build a room for free high output lighting. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Why do shrimp cost so much, though? Well, the shrimp that I'm talking about are $500 shrimp that Flip Aquatic has. They're purple, and purple is my favorite color, so I'd like that the purple shrimp. I love the nanofish used for huge fish. Loving the neon tetras. They look cool in a planted tank. Yeah, so like, here's the thing though. Neon tetras actually are big. Like, I don't consider them nanofish. Like, they're not nano compared to like Celeste Pearldanios. The neon tetras I have are like twice the size of the Celeste Pearldanios at full size. So while they're small, they're not nanofish. They're definitely not nanofish, but they're nice schooling. I mean, you could put a lot of neons in a smaller tank, you know. But yeah. How do you like the Fluval? Should I change my 2.0? I haven't tried the 3.0, but I don't think it's worth upgrading. I don't think there's that much of a difference. Is there a 20 or 15 gallon rimless by Do Aqua or ADA? I think so. Ask Jake about the Mickmole lights. They might be a solid for your customer base. Well, I actually can order SB Reef lights, which are nice. And Mickmole, yeah, I could probably get in touch with the supplier on those. Justin, how do you identify a low, medium, or high light? It all has to do with basically their PAR, if they're LED, or their output that they have, if they're like a T5. It's difficult without a PAR meter or a just like knowing what it is, but I mean, Fluval 2.0 is medium to high depending on the tank. Phoenixes are usually around the medium. I haven't really seen them grow like really high light plants. Like the Fluval 2.0 can't grow some of the really high demanding light plants. I've tried, and at least for me, they've always not done well. So would love to have purple shrimp. Yeah, me too. You see, I have purple underwears on. That's more information than I needed to know. But thank you, appreciate it. Oh my god, I need purple shrimp. Purple's the best color, right? You see, I'm not the only one. It's totally worth the $500. My Kessels are dope. Kessel actually sent me a light. I have to try it out. I just don't have a tank set up just yet for it. So And test it out, see how it does. I've always been hesitant about Kessel because they cost so much. But, I mean, with that said, if they give good results, then, hey, can't argue with it. I thought Joey said it was a baby gift and he would do a challenge later. He did say that. So, well, I mean, we'll see. I told him, I'm like, you know, I don't mind doing the challenge. You just gotta wait till after, you know, the baby's here and give me some time. I have 20 neons and a 75. Nice. I know Amanos eat hair algae, but do cherries also? Cherries will actually nibble at it. I don't know if they'll eat it. They do like to... Cherries pick at stuff. I've seen them pick at stuff. I don't know if they'll eat algae, though. One of the 55... If you actually, going back to that, if you spray it with hydrogen peroxide and kill the algae, they might actually eat it off of it. I've never tested this, but it's a possibility because shrimp and fish don't typically eat the algae. Like, some will, but like if you treat it with hydrogen peroxide to kill it first, they're more likely to eat it. So... we are, do you, what? Read lines, I'm confused. Where do you get the SB reflights? And think of getting CO2, any advice? SBreflights.com? Yeah?
Are you gonna want that soda or can I throw it out?
Yeah. Actually, I need it now. Can you send Hector down with it? I can't talk. And any advice for CO2? Just get a real setup, don't get DIY, and start small and work your way up with it, because too much can kill stuff, as you've seen. I would drop a fat 500 on a purple shrimp. Word.
Wow. So the baby was fussy,
right.
So I put it in the live stream, and I put it next to her ear, and she passed out. I took the phone away, she woke up, I did it again, and she passed out. I think she finds your voice soothing.
Or is it that I'm boring? I don't know which one that is then.
I was being nice.
Oh. I read between the lines there.
No, I just thought it was funny.
She likes hearing my voice. She misses her daddy. You can get some high-grade blue bolt shrimp. They will run you way less than $500 each. This is true. $200 is more reasonable price for those purple shrimp, though. Hey, listen, if it's on Joey's dime, then I don't care. I'll get $500 shrimp. Guys on Instagram, switch over to YouTube. We got another couple minutes left, so. What plants do you recommend for low-tech gravel root tabs liquid fert tank? Justin has a voice like honey. Yeah, I do, right? And especially right now, it's so raspy. Let's see. What plants do I recommend? Well, you could try vowels, you could try crypts, you could try swords. Those will all work typically. You could try some stem plants like bacopas are good. What else? Anubis could work. You could plant Anubis in the gravel. Could work. Yeah, definitely. And it definitely is not that I have a soothing voice. It's that she found it boring. Although she gets fussy with me at night. She doesn't, I try and feed her, she eats, and then, I try and, continue feeding her with the bottle, and then she, doesn't want it. I'm like, why don't you want it? Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, we, I added, plant packages to the website. So, originally we had a grab bag, which was just, a mixture of plants, which, we now made the mystery box. So you can get the mystery box. You get a package full of plants. It's a bunch of different things. You could, give me details based on your tank setup. But I made it a little bit easier because oftentimes people said, oh, I have a cichlid tank, or I have a goldfish tank, or I have a beta tank. So now I made one specifically for beta, cichlid, goldfish. I made one for shrimp, and I made one for the breeders too. So the breeders, you'll get plants that are really good for breeding. Mosses, water sprite, anacris. Guppy grass if I have any. hornwort, stuff like that. The beta, you'll get like plants suited for a smaller tank. Cichlid and goldfish, you'll get plants that are suited for, you know, those type of fish. So I made those. You can check them out on the website. Actually, I'll link them here so you guys can check them out if you want. And I made it so, like, before it was just a $50 option, right? And oftentimes I had people ordering 2 of them because they wanted more plants. So now I made it where it's a $60 option. You get 6 to 10 plants. And then there's a $120 option where you get 12 to 20 plants, but you get 2 free plants on top of that. So you get extra plants if you do the 120. So it's just made it a little bit easier. You get more bang for your buck if you were planning on ordering more of them. And what, I mean, right now, it's not the case, so if you order one, don't expect it, but once we have the Indian almond leaves and stuff that I touched on in the beginning of the live stream, the beta and the shrimp box, and maybe even the breeder box will come with, like, some catappa leaves or bark or something like that, like just little extra goodies tossed in. So yeah, so if you order one of those, don't expect to get it this week, but next week, yes. I wish some of the plants currently in the hobby in Europe would come more quickly to the hobby in the States. Me too. I have a 55 with a trio of red Iranian rainbows and a trio of turquoise rainbows. Do you think they're going to be a problem if I put trio guppies in there? Probably not, but I've never tried, so I don't want to tell you to. Okay. 2 shrimp in a 10-gallon. I'd be afraid they would die. I would get insurance on them. Oh yeah, right. Can I insure these 2 shrimp that are only going to live for 2 years? Hopefully they put off babies. Okay. Why do I like watching plants pearl so much? I don't know. I like watching them too, though. What's your opinion on DIY Osmocote root tabs? So they work. I've used them. One thing, I wouldn't use them in shrimp tanks because they can cause ammonia spikes. Secondly, I don't like about them is if you ever disrupt the substrate and they come up to the top of it, they're impossible. They don't break down. So they just kind of sit there. At least they break down very slowly. And it's annoying to see little yellow pellets sitting there. So, yeah. Are they made for a specific tank size? So, the plant packages that are like beta and breeder, cichlid, goldfish, and shrimp, no. The mystery box has options where you can choose nano, which is a under 10 gallon, a 10 to 40 gallon, or a 55 gallon and up. So that has those, but for the other ones, no. So what you could do though is you could write in your in the notes when you're placing the order. There's a little note section there at the cart setup that you could say, you know, what kind of tank you have, and then that will allow us to better pick plants for you. Did you have a President's Day sale for the website? No, I didn't. The reason being is, so when there's a holiday on a Monday, it really screws us up for shipping. So one being that Margaret is obviously taking care of the baby. We have the baby. We're kind of a man down in a way, so there's only 3 of us down here. And if I would have ran a sale, we had 70 orders that went out that I dropped off this morning that were packed up last night. But if we had if we had a sale and we had, say, 110 orders, because we probably would have got 40 more if we did a sale, it just would have been a nightmare, and they would have been delayed. I would have had to delay, you know, the other 40 of them, because we would not have been able to get out, 100 orders last night. There's just no way. So, you know, we didn't do it, unfortunately. It just sucks. You know, sucks that things are the way they are. If we had Margaret, you know, and we didn't have the baby, then I would be able to do. I would have been able to do a sale, and we would have probably been able to do 100 orders. But I just couldn't do it. Not with the baby here. Not yet. Anyway, so yeah, there is no President's Day sale. There might be a sale this weekend though. If you're not on our newsletter list, you should sign up for that because that's where I'm going to be putting the code first. Do you still have the Anubis mats? I do. If you go under Anubis Nana, they're there. Just search for Anubis Nana, and then go to the plant page for Anubis Nana, and you'll see e-pack mats, and that's what they are. Yeah, where is it here? Anubis Nana. I'm trying to find it to make sure it's there. Here we go. Anubis Nana. Do plant people collab on YouTube like the fish people do? I wouldn't mind doing a collab with anybody, right? I'm completely open to it. Like I said earlier, I don't care about competition. I think there's enough business in the hobby now for everybody, and I think it's growing, so I think there's always going to be enough business for everybody, so I'm not salty, but there are other vendors and other YouTubers that are very salty about competition and don't want to do collabs. I won't name names, but that's just how they are. They want nothing to do with competition. They want, you know, they think they own the space to do what they're doing and that nobody else should be there. And, you know, it's sad because when you work together, you actually gain more than not working together. Because, honestly, like, this is my setup, right? We have, what, 12 yeah, we have 12 40-gallon breeders. I can install 4 more, which will bring me up to 16. And then I'm going to have the 3 75-gallon racks that I'm putting in. So that'll bring me up to, let's just say 19 holding tanks. That's as much as I could do. Like, until I get a bigger space, I can't grow anymore. So I can only supply so many people. I got an email the other day that somebody, for lack of a better word, they said my website sucked, but they also said it was awful that I had no stock of anything. And I'm like, well, you know, I can only keep up with it so much based on, you know, the inventory that I have here. So I don't know why that bugged me, but you know, it's just one of those. It's I don't mind helping out other people. You know, if it's a mutual thing, like, okay, you know, yeah, let's help cross promote each other. Like I promoted Han Aquatics. He doesn't have a YouTube channel. He doesn't really do any marketing other than some Facebook stuff. But like, I don't mind shouting him out. Like, he has plants that I don't have, nor can I grow fast enough. You know, he has a lot of rare stuff. And if you can't get it from me and you want it, here's a place to go and get it. I'm not gonna be like, oh no, buy this instead. If you want the plant, there's your, you know, there's your supplier right there, you know. But some people don't want to work with you, so so yeah, you know, I'm always open to anybody willing to do a collab. Always open, no matter if they sell plants, sell the same exact plants as me, whatever the case is, as long as, you know, it's a mutual beneficial thing, you know. So, which it typically is. So, yeah. Do you ship to Canada? I don't. Try Lizzie'sFishies.com. She sells plants and lives in Canada. I'm going to get through the last couple of questions here, and then I'm signing off because I'm already 8 minutes over my my time here. Is there a proper way to trim a Crypt Wendigo green when it's too big? Just trim the outer leaves all the way down by the base? That's actually a good question. I got to do tomorrow's quick tip. I'll show that maybe. Because I almost ran out of ideas for a second there on quick tips, but that's a good one. I'll do that. Show some love with a thumbs up. Thank you so much there, Medusa. You're totally right about working together than trying to block out your competition. Yeah, there's no reason for it. I can understand, like, the really, like, big companies, like the huge companies that are, you know, national and global and all that. But for the YouTubers and the Instagrammers and all those, like, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to wall yourself into a box and not collab with anybody. You just you cut off so much capability that you have to grow. And I hope the people that, you know, if they watch this, they know who I'm talking about. But you want to wall yourself off from the hobby, then you do it and you lose out. So the fish hobby is so small. I'm 11 years old and I love the fish hobby. The fish hobby isn't so small. It's actually growing. If you know anything about international aquascaping, just aquascaping in general, if you know anything about that, you know that the hobby overseas is way ahead of us here in the States and so much bigger. So it's only growing. It's the longer, you know, every day it's growing and growing more and more. So what plants can I plant under gravel? Swords, grips, valves, sedges, stem plants. They'll all work. It's just you want to put root tabs to make sure that they have nutrients. Got any guppy grass? I probably do. If you want to message me after this, either on Instagram, Facebook, or email, I can see if I do. The little pink plant I want forgot the name, as well as the lace Madagascar. Yeah, lace Madagascar is good. Dude, how did you get into the plant hobby? I think it would be an interesting story. I've told it a couple times. Maybe I'll do that for a video. My birthday is tomorrow. Getting some new fish stuff. Yay, we are catching up. Nice, David. Congratulations on your birthday. Happy birthday. Hope it's a good one. I think with that, that's going to wrap up tonight's live stream. Thank you guys so much for checking out the live stream. As always, subscribe here if you haven't already. And we do these every Wednesday. Tomorrow there will be another video. And that's about it. I got a shipment coming in tomorrow. So there's that. And check out the website for those Anubis mats and aquascaping tools. They're on there. I actually should probably make the aquascaping tools a different section because it's not even separated. Alright guys, I'll see you on the next one. Have a nice night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And yeah, see you later.